Losing a loved one is an emotional and overwhelming experience. On top of the grief, there's also practical matters to manage, including obtaining a death certificate. And you might be wondering, why is this document so important? A death certificate is an official legal document that serves as proof of death. It is required for a variety of administrative and financial purposes, such as financial institutions and banks. If you're trying to close accounts or transfer accounts or access funds or settle debts, you're going to need an official death certificate. Insurance companies require a certified copy to process claims. So that's life insurance and 401k plans will want a certified copy. Property and real estate, you need to update deeds or transfer ownership. You need that certified copy of a death certificate. Social Security and government benefits, you will also need this. The funeral director typically notifies Social Security Administration, but you still may need to provide a death certificate for other government agencies or benefits. You also want to make sure that the funeral home or funeral director will be contacting Social Security so you don't have to do that. Veterans benefits. If your loved one was a veteran, this document is needed to apply for certain benefits. Many financial institutions require it to close or transfer outstanding accounts. So loans and credit cards, you will need to have a death certificate to be able to do that. The DMV and vehicle information, in order to transfer ownership or cancel vehicle registrations, you will need to have a certified copy of the death certificate. So you may be wondering, how many copies do I need? It's important to have a checklist available of who will need a death certificate. It's often recommended to obtain multiple copies of the death certificate, as different institutions will require their own certified copy. Usually the funeral home includes 10 copies, but if you think you need more, order more. It's better to have more than not to have enough. Here's the checklist to help you determine how many copies you might need. Register of wills, pension and retirement plans, life and health insurance companies. You'll need 1 copy per policy. Credit card companies, again, 1 copy per account. So even if they had like 5 Chase accounts, if they are different Chase credit cards, you may need 5 different copies of the death certificate. Sometimes they'll make it easy, but a lot of times they don't make it that easy. Banks and financial investments, 1 copy per institution. Home mortgage lender, safe deposit box access, Department of Motor Vehicles, real estate and property deeds, the State Revenue Department, and IRS. Now, let's talk about, how do you get a death certificate? Like I said earlier, most funeral homes will assist in getting the initial copies as part of their services. Usually it's 10, but you can request for additional copies from your state's Department of Vital Records. This can usually be done online, by mail, or in person. You can also use a reputable online service such as Vital Check to order additional certified copies. Here are a few helpful tips in how to manage death certificates. 1, like I said, order extra copies. It's better to have way more on hand than you think you need. Store them in a safe place. Keep them in a secure location like a safe, a locked filing cabinet, and put them where you will remember they are going to be. Because this process is so overwhelming, and a lot of times people are like, oh, I put them in that safe place, and they don't remember that safe place. So make sure that you remember where you put them. Also, you can make digital copies. While only certified hard copies are valid for legal purposes, having scanned versions can help you stay organized. I know that handling paperwork after losing someone can feel so overwhelming, and there's so much to do. But having death certificates on hand will make it a lot easier to settle affairs and help you avoid unnecessary delays. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it with others who might be going through a similar experience. And remember, you're not alone. And until next time, continue mending piece by piece, one step at a time.